Rejj Smooth here. Jazz Gumbo project. I'm here with Zaina Julliette.
Yes, Zaina Julliette.
Zaina, you know you're beautiful. Actually, I researched and found out that Zaina is actually Greek for beautiful, which is kind of cool. Your name being beautiful, I really wanted to address the issue of being beautiful in this business, in the entertainment business, and the music business, and some of the repercussions of that. I call it the casting couch.
Yes.
And I know you have a song, Hit 'em Hard, and when I was listening to the lyrics, I was saying, okay, well, I know what that's about. That's about experience, and live music is supposed to be. Original music is supposed to be about experience. So for the young ladies and men, attractive young men who would be in the business and have to deal with the kind of attention they're going to get because of the way they look and the kind of predatory nature of this business, what advice, revelations, or what comments would you have on that?
You know, this is so hard because I've dealt with a lot of traumatic experiences because of my looks. I've had a lot of horrible rumors out there about me that's completely not true. And it's because of producers and gentlemen that I've met along the way that want to work with me. I always get to the second or third song. By the time I get to the second song, they're in love. But my thing is, I'm so focused and passionate about the music, I don't notice that they have these feelings. And they don't come out straight out and tell me. The next thing you know, it's forced on me. Be with me or else. You're gonna have to, or I will sabotage the project. And the harassment is almost like harassment, and you have to be able to take that. Don't do like me, because sometimes I got angry, but it took me a while. You have to be able, like I'm learning now that you almost have to keep yourself sacred. Carry yourself with a mystique, because I think that if you're too out there and too accessible to them, they take advantage of that.
So you have to be reserved.
You have to be very reserved.
Hold something back, be private.
Yeah,
you know.
And you always have someone like a mediator, a management, someone to intercept.
So what happens is you're passionate about what you do. You meet someone who has some avenue, can open a door, has some type of a potential to help
they
you.
have the same passion and dreams as I had at the beginning. But sometimes I wonder if it was all false. Because if you had the same passion that I had, you would see the big picture before you even start or even think about coming at me like that.
So your advice to someone in the business would be?
Now you got to pay more attention, because I'm so passionate. I get so on track on the music. I don't look at the things that's happening underneath on the other side. And so that part of it was my fault by not recognizing it. But sometimes I don't pay attention to it.
So you would be saying, come in eyes open, realize, look for the signs of this happening.
A lot of times I ignore it. Like we would be talking business and out of the blue, so what do you think about me? You know, and I just ignore it and go, well, anyway, we need to do this song like this, and I keep it. That's my mistake. And I should have stopped it right then and there. But I wanted so bad, and I had the passion so bad, and I wanted the projects to work out so bad, because I give 200% to their 50.
Right.
I'm putting all this time, I'm writing all these lyrics, I'm doing this to their music, and then we go all the way to the point of release, all the way to the point of the video release, all the way to the point of the tour, the concerts, and then they flip on you. Once they flip on you, you got all this already ready, so they think that you're supposed to just give in.
You got too much. They think you're too deep in to walk away from the project.
But I've lost a lot of times because I didn't. But at the same time, I'm never ever gonna sell my soul, because I'm gonna get there with them or without them.
Yeah, and obviously you have. I mean, you're still moving forward, and it's still lost.
Strong women.
Right. So that's really what I hear. And that's what I see in your performance. And it's funny because on the one hand, there's that Empress warrior thing going on.
Yes.
But at the same time, when you're with your band, you're not like, it's all about me. And you're very, it's like, your crew and your team and your family. And I think, maybe that's probably why you had the issues with people misinterpreting your passion for being like involved with them and being available, that type of thing, because you're really into what you're doing and the people that are helping you, and you have a sense of what I sense, loyalty and commitment to the people who really are helping you, get where you want to go. If you open the door, you want to open the door for them too. Really?
You're very observant.
So that's, I'm saying that's
Yes, I'm very loyal to the band because it took so long for me to go through swimming through this sea of sharks to get to the core, to find these guys. And I always tell people the entertainment industry, the music business, is like, it's a small core, and I say it's like a little island. And it's really a beautiful business. All the people are beautiful, but you gotta swim through the sharks to get to that core. And you have to be a survivor to make it. Not many people will make it through the sharks.
Mm.
So once I found this team, this unit, Lobo, BJ, Talia, Tina, Money Stone, Thomas Good in the bass, it was like, it was almost magical because they all came sporadically. Do you know what I mean? And so finally when I got the right unit together, it was like a piece. I've always wanted a unit that's like family. That's a part of the show. It's just not playing music. A part of the show. We all take part in the writing. We take part in the performance. I do a lot of choreography. I do most of the writing. But I want their input. I want them up front. I want them colorful. I want them performing. I want the whole stage rocking. Because to me, a real performance, I'm not that kind of artist that will be in the front, you stand behind me. I want to share the stage because I think it makes it more colorful, more powerful, and more spiritual. Because to me, a performance is about spirit. Like you were saying earlier, when more people gathered in the church, it's more powerful, more than one. So to me, I perform from my spirit. I don't just sing. I sing with all from a spirit. So I want that same spirit from my band, and that to me is what makes it magical. Do you know what I mean? So once we're all on stage and the whole stage is rocking, that to me is the type of show I will pay money to go see.
And Jazz Gumbo Project is all about live performance, live music, and original music.
Yes.
Okay. And I've talked to artists that are doing covers, and they want to be exactly like someone else.
Right.
And that can be very entertaining and nostalgic. We've grown up on a lot of the songs that people are doing. However, when I ask them about their original music, it's like I said something in Martian, because they just don't have the original music.
I've experienced that too.
So first of all, almost to be contradictory, I'm going to talk about a cover that you did. And what is when you do a cover, being that you really do your own original stuff, yes. What is your philosophy, what is your approach to doing a cover? And specifically, I was listening to Walking in Rhythm.
Yes.
And I kind of got like Walking in Rhythm with a little funk.
Yes.
So why don't you tell me about that?
On that one, particular one, it was at the time I was working with my producer from Motown, and he actually worked with the Blackbirds, did the original song, and he said he had a dream. Actually, that's how I saw the other two. I had a dream about him. He said, I had a dream that you did Walking in Rhythm, and you became a big hit. And I was like, I was little. Someone Walking in Rhythm. And then finally he played it for me. I said, oh, that's nice, but that's not Z. I'm going to put Z on it. I want to put my own style. And I think that with any original, any cover that you do, you have to make it your own. Because the people that originally made it, they don't want you to do it exactly like them. So you have to take their song and put your magic to it. So that's why I told them we got to make it pop, happy, fun, and I want to add some more vocals to it. So I think with any original, any cover that you do, you need to make it your own. You have to put your own arrangement. You still let it be the song, but you want to make it with your own flavor. That's part of keeping your originality.
Okay, put your signature on it. I heard you do a song you did, She Loves to Party. And I thought if I was on my show, doing a jazz show, I would play She Loves to Party like behind Atomic Dog.
Yes. I actually did that song with some of the, well, one of the members from People. And see, you're right on point. And I was dealing with some of those guys, and they wanted to make me the first empress, our queen of funk.
Okay.
And they really they wanted to take me that direction, you know, and so that was one of the songs, and they were really into branding as well. So a lot of the songs was about Zaina. They were trying to make it more, you know, because I'm an actress, so they said, we want you to be really vain, completely opposite from where you are, and I'm so far from being vain, you know. Maybe I'm vain on stage, but I'm so far from that. And so it was funny to them. They played the track and they just told me to make it up as I went. And that's how that song came about.
Yeah.
Zaina, she loved the party, you know. So I'm Z.
Let me see.
It was, you know, it was really vain. It was one of those, but it was P-Funk. It was definitely P-Funk.
So we're going to kind of wrap it up, but I wanted to talk about, I'm going to go back to where we started with the beauty thing. Because I listened to some of your music, I got, there was some kind of sexually themed song. So,
oh my gosh. I love it.
so you're kind of going there with some of them.
Yeah.
That would be, I got 3. Anything X-rated,
Oh my gosh.
Your Place of Mine, and Hype was kind of.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anything I did I was working with another producer in Los Angeles, and they, you know, it's like, and you know, these are different phases, right? Now, they wanted me to be a sex symbol. I have the guys from P-Funk wanted me to be vain, and the producers I work with in LA, it was like, you just gotta be a sex symbol. To tell you the truth, that song took every inch of my soul to sing because I was so embarrassed. I didn't even want my mother to hear it. And I was like, and they would play it, I was like, oh, cringe. But yeah, it wasn't, someone else actually wrote that.
Okay.
I didn't write that one because I didn't have the, you know, but after he did that, I came out a little more. I was like, okay, I can do this sexy thing. But that song it killed me to sing that. That's the honest to God truth, that I was in there. But I get through the song. I do what I have to do. I play the role. You know, we said, we want you to be this sexy goddess. I'm like, okay, and I come in, okay, I'm gonna play the role. And I did it, but that was very hard for me.
I have actually personal experience. I've actually watched you go into a role, and it was in a club here in Las Vegas, and we were actually together. I don't even know how did we even wind. I don't even know how we wound up in the club together, but we're in the club
I
together.
haven't been to your show, your station.
From the station we left. I think from the station we came to the show. Okay, because the part that stuck in my mind was what happened later, and there was a performer, well-known performer, on the stage. They were kind of having an open mic, and he was wondering who you were.
Yes.
And he made a comment about who you were, and it got to be a real deal. You went from sitting there minding your own business to actually getting a standing ovation from out of the audience. So,
You tempted me.
well, yeah, it was. We'll have to tell that story on another episode, and we'll kind of run that down. But I want you to look forward to meeting all the individual members of the band, which you call
The Tribe.
The Tribe. The whole concept of Jazz Gumbo is just like this. I want people to know the entertainers as people. And that includes the leads, but also the musicians, because the show, really, my concept here, our concept of Jazz Gumbo is about musicianship and what it takes. and the dedication and the passion and the things that people go through to stay in the business. And if you're coming into the business, the things you're going to have to kind of work your way through.
It takes a lot. It takes, first of all, the love and the passion. When we say passion, it's not something like an idea you get out of your head all of a sudden. It's something that you had in your soul and your spirit since you were a little child. I started at age 5. And by the time I was in 6th grade, I was producing and directing my own television show. So entertainment has always been my passion. When I got to 6th grade, I started music, growing up in a musical family, around musicians all the time. You know, but I wanted to learn everything. I taught myself how to use all the top of the line programs now, Pro Tools, Sonar, you know, all the things that everyone uses. But I also taught myself how to run a studio in analog at a young age. So I wasn't out at parties, I wasn't clubbing, I wasn't doing any of that. I never even had that life until I was on stage. My whole life, every week of my life, I was on stage or learning the craft of music. And I'm still learning. I got a long way to go, so much to learn, you know, and that was 100 years ago. And I'm still learning. Do you know what I'm saying? Some people think they have the passion, but when they come into a room like this room, and when I'm saying, let me hear you, not who you are portraying, or not who you're impersonating. Let me hear you do music from your soul. That's when they get lost, because they've been doing the impersonations and the imitations for so long till they lose their own creativity. And I think that's where we need to get back. We need to get that back. I'm sorry, Vegas, but Las Vegas, you guys got to get into creativity and stop all this imitation and impersonation. You're killing us.
Okay, so.
I'm sorry.
No, but no, that's it is what the TI is, right?
I mean, I'm sorry.
No, it is what it is, really, and that's what these interviews are about. You know, let's talk about what it's really like on behind the stage, behind the scenes, you know, when the work is actually done. And you guys work really, really hard. And then we'll cover that, and we'll show a little bit. I got a couple of cuts of some of your energy just in practice, you know, what you guys are doing. So they want you to be sexy, they want you to be this, they want you to be that.
Yes.
What do you want to be?
I want to be Zaina, you know, and that was in the music business growing up in it, but now I'm doing me. Who I want to be. And that's what the song Hit Hard is about. Okay. You know, I've had these producers, they want to mold me, control me, you know, get me on the casting couch, but not this one. You know, I'm not selling my soul. I never will sell my soul. And so now, one of the lines is, I'm gonna walk and do my own thing. So now I walked away from all of it. I got my unit, I got my tribe, I got my singers, my musicians, my management team. I'm doing my own thing. I'm setting the destiny. No one's going to set that for me. So I'm going to have it where the labels come to me. I'm not going to them.
That's it. Find the people who look over you. Okay, well, great. I'm going to put the links to your Reverb Nation page and some of your music and that type of thing so people can get that. And we're going to post interviews with the rest of the tribe. We'll get that there so everybody gets to shine. And I want to thank you for your time, and I really enjoyed it.
And we have a lot of new music coming soon, so that will be released very soon.
Okay, and look for that on Jazz Gumbo Project. Hey, you know it is.
Rejj Smooth.